things that I missed. Some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist. I wondered what would change. I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Good morning. What's up? This is 1100 WSG. I'm U-Turn Laverne, and this is One Street Over. A chance for us to, you know what I'm going to say, to find out what's going on. Right over one street over from where we're living. Love this song. Love the Ridgetop Ramblers. They are going to be, of course, at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, which is coming up next weekend. I cannot wait. And this is all happening. If you're new to the area, and I know there's a lot of new folks out there, and we have new folks that tune in to the show just simply because they want to find out what's going on around the county, and we welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. But if you are new to the county and you're not aware that we have this big festival on every year, and it's kind of moved around. Originally, it was in April, and then right after COVID, they moved it to the fall so they could have it that year. And it's kind of been moving around, but it seems to be settling in May. I told Barry Richards, and I'll talk about the Richards here in just a second, but I told Barry Richards, I said, that weekend, the third weekend in May, could not be a busier one for the Vivio family, and they've had me be the host of this thing since it started. The only time that I was unable to actually be there, I got there for part of it when I was working at the Blaze, and my plane was late coming in, and so I ended up coming in for part of the show, but I just ended up not being there the entire weekend, but I was at least there for a little bit of it. So, but I digress. So the show is at Kilgore Park out in Cross Plains, and it is just a blast. It's so much fun. We've moved it around. It seems to be kind of settling in May, but as I said, that's a busy weekend for the Vivio tribe because my twins were born on the 23rd. One of my sons was born on one of my sons and his beautiful bride got married on the 23rd of May, and then my granddaughter, my sweet little granddaughter, was born on the 18th. And so, you know how when things fall during the week, you tend to have that weekend before or after for family events. So I told Barry, I said, oh man, with you guys putting it in the third week in May, I told my family, please do not schedule any of our celebrations on that Friday or Saturday. And they did not. I'm so proud of them. And so that's going to work out. And I get to be there for the festival. And I'm so excited. Bill Jones is just signing on here on comments. And I've invited Bill to be in the studio with me tomorrow. So I hope he can do that. And he almost got a last minute call this morning because I pulled in and I thought, poor Jamie Nixon, I forgive you, brother. It is okay. I know he feels bad. He forgot about this morning. He forgot he couldn't be here and forgot to line anybody up because this is not his job. He is with Nixon Pro Media, and that's what he does, and he's a very busy dude. And so anyway, he inadvertently, forgot to line anybody up for this morning, and I just kind of, when I walked in, I thought, I probably should have followed up with him last night to make sure we had somebody lined up. So I started to call Bill at the last second and say, hey, you want to come down the hill? But instead, I went ahead and called Laci Beau. She is with Willow Oak, and United Way folks, Brian and Tiffany, they set aside their scheduled time usually at 7:30 on Thursday, and said, Laci, come on in because they've got their cultural festival coming up this weekend. Their arts in I forget exactly what they call it, but she'll tell you in a minute. But it's this weekend, and so she's going to be in to discuss that. So we're going to just leave the time for her. She's going to slide in here a little bit early if she possibly can get here, and maybe Bill can join us tomorrow because I love having Bill Jones on Faith Friday because he's like me. He's one of these people that just is just digging through the Word right now and just seeing what everything's going on, in the world right now. It just makes me want to dig deeper into biblical history. And so I'm hoping Bill can join us tomorrow. Now, he is saying that he's going to be speaking at the DAR meeting tonight about local people in our history. So I don't know what the DAR meeting is. If you can fill me in, Bill, that'd be great. But so that's just something to throw out there. Bill is one of these guys. He's one of our historians here and just a really interesting fellow. And when I've got questions, it's always fun just to reach out to him and just, get his take on it from somebody that's lived in the county their entire life. I love this morning. We're getting so many chime in this morning. My friend Nick Archer is down in Texas. That's what I tell everybody. We cover the county and the edges of the surrounding counties with our terrestrial signal, but when it comes to the internet now, wow, we're global. I listen to WSGI when I'm down in Mexico every year, when we go down to El Rosario for our mission trip, and when I'm up nearly to Canada with my husband's family up just south of Lake Superior and then the UP of Michigan. Because of the internet, you can get the app for WSGI and listen to it anywhere. And you can just sign into WSGI on Facebook. Make sure you go to the new WSGI page. There's an old one, but it's just so cool. So, hi, Nick. How are you doing? That's one of my old radio buddies. He'll be in town, I'm thinking, for the Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame dinner that's going to be coming up in a couple of months. I forget exactly where, but he's an old radio friend. And one of the honorees for the Radio Hall of Fame, they're going to be inducting Phil Valentine. And so there's just all of us want to be there for that because we miss him a lot and would love to honor him. Okay, Nick's going to be there for that. So that's going to be great. And my friend Devin O'Day, finally, they got her in there, and we're very excited for her as well. So that's, inside radio right there since Nick is chiming on. Bill is saying he's going to be at the Daughters of the American Revolution event tonight to talk about local people of history. So just a few things going on. I assure you, when I was talking to Laci and talked to Jamie very briefly, I've got some things we can talk about. There's so much going on. I started with the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, so let's return to that. And we'll go ahead and talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team because we do have a lot of sponsors now that we need to get to. And I love talking about them because they're just such dear friends. I met them because of the festival. They reached out to me when they started it. Barry's on the board, and they said, hey, will you come and host this thing? And I'm like, yes, I love it. Oh, my gosh, now my family from the UP is chiming in. So we've got it. We're down in Texas this morning, and we're up in the Upper Peninsula this morning, guys, talking about all the stuff going on in Robertson County. I just love this. Isn't it a cool time to just live? But anyway, so I met Barry and Rebecca Richards for the first time at the Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. It's coming up next weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Friday night we'll have the fiddle competition, and then Saturday, of course, the event. And we're working on, Lee Marie, I should say, is working on getting Noah in here with his sister, and I forget what they're going to be part of the festival. And I'm thinking next Wednesday they're going to be guest in here, so we're trying to work on that. But she's making those phone calls and seeing if we can't line those youngins up to come in here and just blow your mind with their talent. But so the festival is where I met them. They come out as part of their Exit Realty business. They're realtors. They work in the business. And so they'll set up a tent and they'll sit there around the table with you and talk about everything you need. The big thing I like to stress with them is Rebecca. They both came out of careers not in real estate. Rebecca was a radiologist, and she just got bit by the real estate bug and went full-time with it many, many years ago. She was one of the first in the area to be a senior real estate specialist. So she's always studying to stay up to date on everything going on. And it's just so interesting to hear their story. And then Barry was a vice president of a media marketing company for 17 years, and he brings that expertise to the table. And that's so important when you're trying to get your property out there, making sure everybody can see it and see what's going on with it. So just really enjoy talking to them and all the things that they're doing in the realty community. If you want to be a part of what they're doing at Exit Realty, they say, give them a call and they can mentor you into the program as well. 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Or you can connect with them at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or by BUY, robertsoncounty.com, BUY, robertsoncounty.com. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. And so that's the ad portion of what I'm going to talk about with the Richards, but I got to brag on Barry. Again, I have, in this job that I'm doing at Greenbrier, I got recruited to be their audio video production teacher. And, I was just thinking this morning how God will order your steps. It just blows my mind. I've got laid off from being U-Turn Laverne in 2012. And after 28 years, they laid me off on a phone call in the middle of my shift. That's just radio, y'all. It's just, it's cold-hearted, but it's okay. I was really tired of doing traffic. I was really tired of it and was wanting a new opportunity. So, I had an opportunity. I had a new opportunity. So, anyway, so when all of that happened, I didn't really know what I wanted to do anymore. I didn't know if I wanted to do radio anymore. Radio has always been a part of me. So, I kind of wanted to stay in that, but I just didn't have any direction. There's also the year my dad died very suddenly. My father-in-law also died, and it was just a really weird year. And I spent a year selling cars at Payne Chevy. God bless you guys, man. That was not a good job for me, but it was just one of those things I just didn't know what to do. But I needed to do something, right? So then I got hired to go and be at the Blaze for a year and a half, which was just amazing, and just such a blessing to my career. But I get back to Nashville after all that's over, still trying to find direction. I get into ministry. There's just the way God orders your steps, guys. And then I got encouraged by several people, felt very strong that God wanted me to run for Congress. What was that about? I mean, that was just crazy, but I felt very strong, that pull. But if it had not been for that, I don't know that I would have gotten the opportunity to come and do this show. That opened doors to this. I don't know that I would have ever considered this had it not been for that. And then I ended up serving as party chair for the Republican Party for a couple of years. That opened other doors to just all kinds of relationships and people, and truly ordered my steps to where I'm at right now. Because it had not been for this show and the relationship I had with Dr. Chris Causey as our director of schools. He was one of my first guests when I started doing the show, and just putting that seed in my brain that, okay, I'm feel like I'm retiring from radio, and just so thankful I still get to do this on a daily basis because it's such a part of me. But just not really knowing what else to do and thinking, okay, I started out in college as a teaching major, you guys. I mean, that was when I went to Free Hardeman in 1980, and I was a teaching major and got bit by the radio bug. And my second semester there, I switched over to a broadcast major. Well, to come back around full circle, and it was so funny, Donovan Hilton and I came up with the phrase last month, retire into teaching. So many, my sweet friend Muriel Barnett, one of my very best friends, she's retiring after 31 years teaching. And that's oftentimes, teachers will teach, and they're just worn out from it's a lot, and you feel so responsible for what you're doing in front of these young people, these young minds, and I mean it can really weigh on you, and I can't imagine doing it for 31 years. Wow, what a responsibility that you've taken on yourself. And so she's ready to retire, and so she may do something else, and she may I don't know what she's going to do, what in her retirement. People keep asking her, and she's like, leave me alone. Let me just take a year off. And so, nonetheless, a lot of the times teachers will retire and they'll do something completely different. And a lot of, people like myself that are career teachers, or maybe they're going back and getting their master's. Matt Driscoll just got his master's from Trevecca this weekend, and we're so proud of him. and the path his life has taken. Oh my goodness. And so you look at all these things, retiring into teaching is something you absolutely can do. And when you talk about wanting this is a decisions, choices, and options shirt I'm wearing this morning. And I just kind of in a casual mood as we're getting into the last days of schools, and I'm trying to get away with t-shirts as much as I can. I'm sorry. But I know I should dress more professional, but I've been in radio too long. It's really hard to dress like a grown-up all the time. So, but the Decisions, Choices, and Option program is from the inside out. We go into the schools and we love on these kids, and we just talk to them about the realities of the things going on that maybe they're not hearing. And man, if you can find a way to work it into your schedule, get your master's. If you've already got a degree, or maybe you don't have a degree, be a teaching assistant and start on that path. You can do this. I'm going to be going back and forth to Murfreesboro a lot over the next 2 years because I've got to take some classes to keep my teaching license, and that's okay. I'm ready to do it because I'm so excited about having an opportunity to work with these kids. So many things. I'm talking to them. Some of my seniors who I've just barely gotten to know, and I just love them so much. And I'm thinking, what can I impart on you before you walk out into that world to the adult world, and just maybe a little seed that Miss Vivio can tell you, and you think, she told me about that. There's a show called The Social Dilemma. If you've not watched that on Netflix, I highly recommend it. But there's one point that talks about how that we've allowed our devices, our social media, all these things to direct our life. And innovation should be a tool. Everything that is innovative, that is new, that helps us in society should be a tool, not something that we become addicted to. And we have allowed ourselves, especially our kids, oh my goodness, we've allowed our kids to become so addicted to their devices. And one of the big points that they make in The Social Dilemma is they say the best thing you can do to turn your devices back into the tools that we need to make them, turn off your notifications. And so that's been kind of something I've been preaching over the last couple of days, is encouraging these students, turn off the notifications on your devices and turn them back into tools, so that when you pick them up, it's because you have a task. You pick up your device because you need to go and research something. You pick up your device because, okay, I have 30 minutes to relax and be entertained, and I want to scroll through my Facebook and see what's going on with my friends and family and look at the news of the day. It's our newspaper now. We don't read the newspaper, but you got to be careful about what you're going out there and what you're finding. And so that's kind of where I'm going right now. And it's so funny. I was talking to one of the kids the other day, and one of my seniors, and I was like, well, what do you think about this? And he's like, I'm a little scared. And in regards to this, how social media is taking over our lives. And I was like, don't let it scare you. Just be proactive and do the things you need to do to take back control. And we take back control by not letting our devices control us. And the biggest thing, again, and it's on the final that I'm giving for my kids, is we've talked about social media in my class, and I said, what is the one thing you can do to help pull yourself away from social media? One simple thing you can do, and I give them the choices. One is to set your devices aside every other day and don't use them at all. Number 2 is turn off the notifications, and number 3 is to delete all your social media accounts. So the first and the second are more the first and the third are more drastic, and that middle one is something that we can all do. Just turn off your notifications on your phone and quit letting it direct your life, and let it be a tool in your life. So anyway, those are the kind of things that are going on in my head this morning, and as the folks that are helping me with the show realized I didn't have a guest this morning, I'm like, that's okay. I can always come up with something to say. I do want to chime in just a couple of things that are popping up here on the comments. Just good morning to everybody that's checking in. Charlene Sullivan is checking in from my father's house. And so she is saying that Tuesday from 5 to 8, the homeless shelter is going to be open for dinner and a devotion. So that's coming up this Tuesday. So what they're going to do is they're going to offer some services during the summer at my father's house for the homeless community. I know that Main Street Church, they were doing, I forget what Penny called it. it's a shower program where they can come in and take a shower. It was they were testing it for a week, and I'm not sure that it worked, but that was something that they were considering. So you might want to reach out to the Main Street Church of Christ for some services too for the homeless, just to, get a shower in the summertime. But that's what's going on here at my father's house as well, that every first and third Tuesday, so every first and third Tuesday, you're going to be able to come in if you've got somebody in the homeless community and they just need a place to clean up. Maybe they need a job interview. They just need to freshen up in this hot summer. First and third Tuesday, they can go to my father's house, 5 to 8 p.m. They can come and just kind of get their bearings, get a meal, get a shower, get cleaned up, and just have a place to stay grounded. And then in November, they'll open back up with their cold weather shelter. Just love what they're doing there at my father's house. It is amazing. It is amazing. Just so many wonderful things going on. Thank y'all for chiming in on comments. Jessie is chiming in. Jessie's such an inspirational story if you don't know this woman. But she's looking for a church to attend, a congregation to attend. I attend the Madison Church of Christ. I've been a member there since 1989 up in Madison. If you want something local, I'm also affiliated with the Epiphany Baptist Church up here. That's where we do our Celebrate Recovery on Tuesday nights, and so I'm a part of that. I work with the Praise and Worship Band. They're letting me do that on Tuesday nights. That's a lot of fun. I love those guys. But I am actually a member of the Madison Church of Christ, and I'm actually still on staff there part-time. So, I was talking with our guest yesterday, and he just had Jesus all over him as he was talking. Just you can tell he had a spiritual guide. And my question to him was, where do you worship? And he's like, I've been kind of bouncing around. And you get that from a lot of people. They say, I just hadn't found my home congregation yet. And I just can't say enough, encourage you, especially in the times we're living in right now, find your home, find your congregation that will just pour into you. They're all over the place. We are so blessed in this area to be just full of people that are coming together, giving God the glory for their life and living life with each other, leaning into each other for the help through the struggles that we all have to deal with as we try to navigate these waters. So cannot say enough about finding your congregation, finding your footing, and a family that you can pour into and love. I also want to kind of talk a little bit about some of the things we got coming up here on One Street Over. I started out talking about Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival. It's next weekend. Put that on your calendar. We've got the Arts Festival coming up this weekend. Laci Beau will be in here to talk about that from Willow Oak. Come on in here, Laci. I want to mention, too, Barbara Willis has reached out to me, the foreign exchange students. We want to reach out to them to see what we can do. I know she's reached out to me a couple of times wanting to come on the show. Working really hard to get you on the schedule, Barbara, and I'll reach out to you. Call me. That's a much better way to reach out to me if you've got my phone number. Text me or message me on Facebook. Throwing up messages on my page on Facebook. Not always the best way to contact me because I don't spend a whole lot of time on social media. But here is Laci Beau. What are you doing, sister? Go ahead and pull that phone up. What have you got in your hand?
I stepped on that walking out the door.
This is the world in which you live when you have a little toddler. You stepped on this walking out the door.
Oh my goodness.
That is crazy. Ouch. Ouch.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, I'm a hot.
That is that's not good. Ouch.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're not even flexible.
No. That's worse than a Lego. I don't know. Legos are pretty bad, though.
Who made this?
Legos. I don't know. That's some kind of a character, isn't it?
For Mario.
Oh, is that Mario?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know Mario. My grandson, my granddaughter, my grandchildren all dressed up like Mario this past Halloween. Aww. She was Princess Peach, and Rowan was Mario, and then what was the Luigi? Luigi one?
Luigi's Mario's sidekick.
I think that's what
Green.
I think that's what Miller was, the little baby.
Yeah.
He was just. He's only like a few months old, and so they put some kind of costume on him. I think that was supposed to be him. So I don't know anything about that stuff. Laci Beau's in the house. What are you calling the festival? I forget.
So we've kind of rebranded it to Art Fest.
The Art Fest. It's Saturday, right?
It's this Saturday. It's still a multicultural arts festival, but
okay. So it's just Art Fest.
It's not a mouthful.
Okay, well, we're going to pause for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and do one of our ads, and then we're going to come back and reset. And I told poor Jamie this morning, I know he felt so bad because I called him. I was like, "Are you coming in?" "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm not coming in. Let me see if I can get your phone." I was like, "Oh, there's not time." I said, I'll talk." And, and it's just that awkward. He's like, "Oh, I'm so, yeah, no worries." Oh, I forgot to congratulate our soccer team for Greenbrier. They're the district champions.
That's so cool.
I'm so excited for these. I know several of the kids on that team and their coach, Miss Howard. She is a doll. We just absolutely love her. And so excited. So excited for them. And yes, I mean, so cool. District champs. So way to go. But we usually touch on sports, and I was going to bring that up with Jamie and get him to tell me more details about it because I really don't know. But because I had to work last night, we had our Celebrate Recovery at church, or I would have tried to have gone. I'm one of those sports fans that I go whenever it's the tournaments and it's the exciting time. But whenever it's the seasonal games, I'm that person. I'm so sorry. I'm just not. I don't like watching sports. I mean, I can get excited when it's but yeah, just hey, I'm just not that person. I'm just not a sports fan. Let me go ahead and talk about Veterans Motorplex, or I'll go down a rabbit hole here. Veterans Motorplex this weekend. Go out to the races, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. You can go, and this is the old Highland Rim Speedway, guys. You know what we're talking about. And if you go to social media, you'll need to search Highland Rim Speedway. They kept their Facebook page because there was already a whole lot of followers there. It'd be crazy just to start over. And so that way you'll see the banner is Veterans Motorplex. Get out there. Gates open at 4 o'clock. They got racing now all the way through October. $40 ticket. It'll get 8 people in, 6 kids, 2 adults, and just have an awful good time. It is so much fun. Got to check out the show Bubba's About Broke. As a matter of fact, that's my friend Caleb Stratton's involved with that as well, and it's so much fun because it talks about racing and all the things, and just a good time. If you've not gotten involved with all the things they have going on over at Veterans Motorplex and the racetrack. I mean, it's right here. People just, we don't have nothing to do. Have you been over to the Veterans Motorplex? So much fun. I will get to the races very, very soon because I've just got to get my fix. Went last year, hadn't been in forever. Had so much fun. They got a great snack bar, so don't worry about bringing food. They've got setting up cafeteria style, and it works so great, and it's good food. They've got events for the kiddos. You're going to have a good time. If you'll go out to the races, and again, this is Veterans Motorplex, the old Highland Rim Speedway. They're there on 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. When you get by there, please thank them for sponsoring one street over and tell them about U-Turn sent you. Laci Beau in the house. She is with Willow Oak. She is, what is your title? You're like the public relations, communications, guru, marketing, all the things, fun stuff, mama. And how's fam? How's
Good.
family?
Really good.
Got a driver now.
We do have a driver.
Wow.
So I was really nauseous about it.
Yeah, it's
first.
hard.
And
Yeah.
it gets easier.
Yeah,
it really does get easier.
You just have to
I don't
trust
live
God.
on Life 360 anymore.
Do what?
I don't live on Life 360 anymore. I was watching every move she made.
Oh,
every
yeah.
Speed limit, every stop break she made.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta just trust God. Just let them fly. Let them fly. Just pray over them. Just cover them in prayer. Walking out the door, pray over them, and that's the only way. I was one of those moms. I didn't know I could ever let my kids just live because I was just I wanted to put them in a bubble. But you just come to this place where you're just like, God's got it, and you just live.
Yeah.
Fly.
Made good decisions. That's all we can do. Hope we did it right
exactly.
up until then.
There you go. Laci Beau, what is going on with this thing this weekend? Tell me all about it.
So we have Art Fest this weekend, formerly known as the Multicultural Arts Festival. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. On some of the advertisements, you'll see a 10 to 1. This year, we're really emphasizing families to come between the hours of 10 to 1. We'll have Sam the Balloon Man there for free balloon sculptures and hats and swords or backpacks. He makes everything. He's awesome.
He's so cool. He comes to the farmer's market sometimes.
He is so cool. And then we have youth-involved hip-hop lessons from Construct Nashville, breakdancing, and then they'll be available for their mentorship and opportunities and ways you could join their program. Then we also have we've been working with Skylark Creative, which is they're like a creative talent agency.
And what is that again?
Skylark Creative. She's wonderful. She also works with Oz Nashville. Her name is Thea. She got us connected to some interactive storytelling to involve the kids in. So it's movement based.
Fun.
Kids will all be involved in that. And then our normal, we work with Global Education Center. So we'll have Nyama, the African drumming and dancers.
So cool.
The Helios World Dance. And then we've got some Mexican dancers that are doing folkloric Mexican, Native American dancing. One of my favorites, we've got the group, it's Capoeira, the Brazilian mixed martial arts performers. That's everybody loves them. And then we're going to have a world dance party, which is led by Helios, the ensemble. So it's going to be of different cultures coming together. And all of this is going on while there's 12 different art projects to do. Robertson County Schools, they will have a field trip on Monday and come see the performances. But they've sent displays from cultures around the world each art class has. So we've got Greenbrier, Heritage, the Innovation Academy, and several other schools have done some pretty amazing displays.
That is so cool. We've got our arts festival tonight at Greenbrier.
Yes.
And so they're just, gearing up for that. The bands playing yesterday. It's like, bah! It was everywhere. It's just exciting. So
That's
yeah,
exciting.
So just to kind of whet your appetite for the Arts Fest on Saturday, come to Greenbrier tonight.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
New this year, though, is art installations. So we have finished one of them. I'll show you a sneak peek, I guess.
Okay.
It's your special. Check it out. So it'll be 10 foot tall,
oh wow.
and you can swipe left or right. And it's created with 4-foot ribbons.
Wow.
That way, and you've got 4 different sections of colors that you can kind of get in it, and it'll be lowered for more of an immersive effect for the children.
That is so
So
fun.
fun and colorful. Everybody
That
sees
is so
it. They're like,
fun.
It just makes us so happy.
Yes, it does. I love that.
I have a 600-piece origami crane chandelier.
You have a what?
A 600-piece origami chandelier.
600-piece origami chandelier?
Yes.
Whoa.
So-
That sounds so cool.
So we're in the middle of installing it right now.
Okay.
And then we have 5 different family backdrops for people to come just to take pictures with.
Uh-huh.
And then our normal decor. Well, I guess we have a 2,000 square foot parachute going up as well.
Okay.
And it'll be made out of festive banners, bunting, balloons, paper lanterns. It'll just be extra colorful this year.
So are we at the new
it's
location
still
or
gonna be
still
at
at
the
the
center.
center? That's what I thought. To
it's still gonna be
accommodate
at the
that
center.
big of a crowd, it still
Oh,
needs to be
yeah.
at the center.
Still going to be at the center.
That's what I thought. So.
Hopefully next year we can turn it into a street festival.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Nighttime street festival.
Oh my
just
gosh, that
lit
would be
up and
fabulous.
carts going with all the stuff the kids want to light up and walk around with.
Oh yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
me
like
too.
that idea.
That's what
I
I'm
like
working
that
on.
idea.
Tennessee Arts Commission really liked the idea too.
How exciting.
I know.
So are you guys working in conjunction with ACE and all the people and all the things?
yeah.
Because ACE is the, tourism person now for the city.
Oh
and-
yeah. So Ace
And so this all kind of wraps around, doesn't
yes.
it?
Well, Ace's favorite is art in the park that happens in
Mm-hmm.
September. That's her jam. She loves that, and she wants to help grow it. Sarah Warren with the Economic Development Board. I think that her favorite's probably the Art Fest and the Multicultural Arts Festival, and she loves the idea. And she loves the idea of the street festival.
Oh, I do too.
Yes,
That would be so much fun. So much fun. I had a question. Okay, how much does it cost?
it's free. No, there will be
I knew
vendors
that.
there. Yeah,
I knew that. I was just setting you up.
so free. It's so
Setting you up.
It's fun because we start planning. We're planning this year's festival while we're writing the grant for next year's festival.
Okay.
So I'm getting double the ideas, and I get told, no, not this year, maybe next year.
I love it. I think Musetta just has to calm down, Laci. Does she do that a lot?
She says that I float away, and she just brings me back to the ground.
I love that. Laci just floats away. You're hysterical.
I know, or she'll take her glasses off. I'm like, okay.
It's like, center, come back to the ground with me. That's so funny.
I know, but I think it's contagious because she doesn't center me very often. She's like, go for it.
I love
for
it.
it.
That's so much fun. That's great. We've got the Arts Fest this weekend, guys.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. Just if anytime I've ever had an opportunity to go, I've just come away just going, wow. I mean, just wow. Because it's so well done.
It's a perfect this year for Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So Safe Wellness and Spa, Safe Haven Wellness and Spa. She's wonderful. Twice she's came to me and wanted to know how she could participate. So this year she's offering massages. You can have them 20-minute increments, I think, $1 a minute. So you can bring your mom to get a massage, and then
wow.
Macrame by Megan will be there, so you can let her pick out a home decor macrame, or she's got these adorable macrame crossbodies. Then you've
What
got
is that?
It's like a crossbody purse that she's made out of macrame. It's so
Really?
Oh my goodness!
I gotta see this.
I'm
Okay.
glad to show you.
Well, and I have a friend of mine, Tara Bratcher. She came to the school a couple of days ago to do a little interview with us, and she had this macrame bottle holder. She had one of these and a macrame sling thing. Do they have those too? I wonder.
Megan, do we?
Do we? I
Let's
don't know.
ask
But
her.
as soon as you said that, I was like, when I saw hers, I was like, that's cool. Oh, how nice. That is so cool.
it?
Yes. That's beautiful.
Yes.
I love that.
Macrame by Megan.
She needs to make us some slings for these things.
ask
She
her.
may have them. She
Let's
may
ask
have them
her.
because, I mean, Tara had it, and I don't know, Tara probably made it because she was at the school. We were doing an interview with her about being an herbalist. She's an herbalist. And so she does historical reenactments from like the 1700s and does the whole, she dresses up like the person who would, you would come for, medicine and all that. she's
Quinn?
fascinating. Yeah,
Quinn.
totally. And she's somebody y'all might be interested in talking to, but she does historical reenactments and stuff, and she's going somewhere. I forget. She's actually out of the state right now doing something, but she had one, and she may have made hers. I don't know because she's just that person.
Not me.
Yeah, me either.
I could not macrame.
Yeah, I think Tara may have made the one she had, but it was cool.
We thought about live statues. I wanted live statues.
Oh, that'd be
Just
fun.
didn't have enough time, so maybe we'll get live glow in the dark statues next year.
Ooh, that's all. That's it's fun, but it's kind of creepy too.
It is kinda
You go,
creepy.
Are you real? And he's like, yes, I am.
Is
But
he
they don't
the one-
move. You can't touch them, though. That mess them up.
Oh yeah,
But that's fun. I've seen those a few times, and it's weird.
it's fun too.
Yeah.
and
It's
easy.
fun. Yeah, it's excellent.
If
But
anybody wants to be a live statue, it's easy because last year for Halloween I made Nathan a trophy husband and spray painted him all gold, gave him a stand and a hat, and it said trophy husband.
that's excellent.
I
What a
know.
great idea.
It was so fun. He was
you-
like, "What?"
Did you win a prize from
No,
somebody?
we just did it at our house. His
Oh.
prize was he was picked on all night long.
Oh, but that's hysterical. I want to see pictures of that. Surely you've
I've
got pictures.
You know what? I don't think that I do on my phone.
Oh,
It was a party with kids and teenagers running
Yeah.
around. So I really, and it was actually the year before last year. Last year
Okay.
we were in Vegas.
okay.
Yeah.
Trophy
I'm going to try to
husband.
find you a picture. And I'll
Yeah,
send
I
you
got to
one.
see that. I
Because
got
he
to
had
see
the
that.
perfect stance and he would just freeze.
Uh-huh.
He should be my live statue.
Oh, yeah. Since he's got some experience.
Right?
Put it on your resume.
I'm going to ask
Live
him.
statue. I love it. Oh, it's so funny. All right, talking with Laci Beau, and she is with Willow Oak, and they have got the Arts Fest coming up this weekend. It is at the center, and it's so expensive to go. It's free. It's absolutely free. Some of the vendors will have some things for you to purchase. Well, just like the massage, $1 a minute. Oh, so much fun.
Woodworking,
Yeah.
macrame,
Uh-huh.
paintings, dog treats.
Oh, fun.
soaps.
You can make dog treats, or are they going to sell dog
They're
treats?
selling dog treats.
Okay. So fun. So
She
fun.
gets her stuff from ZK Ranches, she said. I
Okay.
haven't met her, so I'm excited to meet her.
That will be so much fun.
There'll be henna tattoos you can purchase. There'll be free face painting, but you can pay for larger pieces. Oh, there's so much.
And what about the balloons? Are those free?
Yes.
He's going to be
Sam
there.
the Balloon Man will be there from 10 to 1, and those are free as well.
He's so cool. If you've not met him, he's so much fun, so personable, and just does beautiful stuff. I mean, just,
Yeah, like 3-foot-high hats, all
Yeah.
kinds of fun stuff.
yeah, he's
He does
fabulous.
And he's an entertainer.
He is
So
really
with
good.
the kids. He said he was excited to be back because he hasn't. We haven't had him for the last 3 years, so we're excited to have him back.
Well, I think he stays busy.
He
'Cause
stays
he's
so busy.
Yeah, if you want to book him for a party, you got to do it way in advance. Has been what I had heard because he
Yes.
is very popular, and you can hire him for parties.
Yep.
So, and he'll come out, and I mean, you talk about being a hit. Oh my goodness, what a great idea!
Cotton candy. Get cotton candy and a balloon man, and you're good.
Oh yeah, you
I
just
couldn't
like
get cotton candy because it's the same weekend as the Strawberry Festival.
oh,
I know.
Strawberry Festival's going on. Okay,
There's like 3 of them going on, but
You can make the
There's
rounds.
so much to do. You can make
the
rounds.
rounds for sure.
There really is so much to do.
I love it. Talking with Laci Beau with Willow Oak and all Art Fest activity that's going on. Let's pause and we'll talk about one of our other sponsors right now. Let's head over to, I'm trying to think, who all have I talked about? I still need to talk about Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardens. They're talking about things going on. There you go. You got a Customer Appreciation Day happening at Corbin Creek on Saturday as well. So that's one of those things you can run by Corbin. You can go by the center. There's no charge for any of this stuff. You can go by Corbin Creek for their free Customer Appreciation Day, free hot dogs this Saturday. She's going to be there at 9 a.m. And then they've got the food truck, the feed meal truck's going to be there at 10. Free hot dogs all day. Great activities. They're going to have a planting station for the kids. They're going to have, of course, everything you need for your mom. This is Mother's Day weekend. If you haven't taken care of mom, you need to get by Corbin Creek, get her something beautiful. Some of those beautiful hanging plants. Then go into the store. Get her some handmade pot holders from Miss Jane. Best ones ever. I'm going to throw everything else I've got away and just use Miss Jane stuff because it is wonderful. They've got the little bowl cozies. If you're, like microwave, you stick stuff in the bowl and it comes out and it's hot and it burns your hands. Not if you use one of Miss Jane's little cozies to put it in the microwave, and it's wonderful. And you can add that to your Mother's Day gift. You can also pick up your CBD products that I swear by. I took my CBD this morning. It helps me with my arthritis. My doctor told me to take it. It is good stuff, and this is Robertson County CBD, guys. Good stuff. Go out and talk to them about that. That's inside the store, so don't neglect going in the store when you're out there and see what all they've got going on there. 4920 Highway 161. 4920 Highway 161. You can call them at 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday. Go by there, then go to the Arts Fest. Make a day of it, and when you see Miss Jane and when you see Miss Amy, tell them you turned sent you. All right, Miss Laci, what else you want to talk about?
Our space is wonderful.
Your what?
Our space is wonderful.
Oh, tell me, how are y'all settling into that? Because
Settling in so much, we realized we can offer this space for other people to enjoy as well.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So the first part of the center that we think we want to work on is the event hall, which was the sanctuary.
Right.
Nate and I actually got married there, and I told him it would be nice for other people to have the opportunity.
Yep.
She loves the idea, and it's a way for sustainable revenue.
You bet.
And easy.
Yes.
We own our own tablecloths and our chair covers, everything that we use for the gala. Each year, we take one of the large expenses and we purchase it. That way, we have it, and we don't have that expense ever again.
Mm-hmm. But you can rent it out as part of a wedding rental.
Yeah.
Great idea.
It's right down, it's a block from the center. Remember 10 years ago, that's the only place people used to have receptions. Mm-hmm. It would just be, I don't know. So it's just an idea. And then downstairs in the visual arts, we have enough room, and there's a kitchen in there as well. So people could have in-house birthday parties. I know during the summer, it's really hard to find a place that's cool enough for a birthday party. So that's always an option. Mm-hmm. We're really going to start marketing and promoting that a little bit more and letting other people know that it's available. But now you know.
Well, and too, our downtown is so picturesque and beautiful, and it's right there.
Yes.
And so that just makes it even more appealing is that you're in that setting.
Oh, yeah.
Just off, we just got such a beautiful little downtown.
We do.
And
Some of my favorite
it's just
pictures
so
are
sweet.
When we were leaving the church. And the downtown just looks so pretty. We did the courthouse pictures. We did all of it. I'm so glad I have them now.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a picture of our mayor, Ann Schneider Williams, and when they were leaving their wedding, and they're on the downtown square, and she has it up on her banner picture. I think it's just beautiful.
Oh, when they were walking?
Yes.
I saw that too.
I love that picture.
That was so sweet.
It's so beautiful. And the sky is kind of turning stormy looking, and so it's just really kind of, it gives some, I don't know, like a dramatic effect. It's so nice when the sky cooperates and gives you something really cool. And it's like, thank you, Lord. That's beautiful. And so it's just a pretty picture, but that downtown square is just so picturesque.
The alleys, you have many picture opportunities right downtown.
You really do. It is such a cool place. And so I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you make it easy. You get your pictures out of the way, then you go to your reception.
There you go. Yeah. I love it. That's a great, wonderful idea. And you've also got summer camps, things like
7
that.
Weeks
Are they
of summer camps? Oh, I've got to talk to you before I leave.
Are they completely full, or
Almost.
have you got? Yeah,
the only one that we've got a STEAM camp that's not completely full, and we also have a Spanish speaking art camp we're doing this year.
Oh, fun.
That one, so if you guys know anybody, children who speak Spanish or even parents that speak Spanish, even if they speak English, but they would just be surrounded by other people who they could speak Spanish the entire time. Carmen Ortiz is leading that camp. It's just something we try to offer. We want everybody to know completely inclusive and more to offer our community because our community is so diverse. Yes.
Very much
Yeah.
so. And I think that's a great idea. And ILU, with the Spanish side with WDBL, the Spanish speaking side, yeah, you definitely need to get over there and get your folks in so they can talk and just make sure that they're aware of what's going on at
Yes.
Willow Oak. It's so funny. I'm sitting here talking to just different ones about the things we need in the community. And so many, well, it was talking with Coach David Walker. Was it David Walker? Is that his last name? He was in yesterday, and we were talking to him, and he was talking about wanting, David Walker, wanting opportunities for the kids in the arts and all that. I'm like, have you met him over at Willow Oak?
Right?
Yeah, and because it's just connecting those dots. But that's what he was saying, is trying to connect those dots. And I was
Yeah.
like, you're describing Willow Oak.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the opportunities, and y'all have scholarship opportunities.
Absolutely.
That's
But we turn no one away.
Yeah.
It's if you need a scholarship, you can.
yeah, and there's kids that maybe come from situations where they don't have a lot of financial flexibility available to them, but bring them into Willow Oak and let them, see what they're interested in. Because he was talking about, what about kids that are interested in arts and playing instruments and all those things. I thought, I think I know where
And
you
a
need
voice
to.
instructor and a guitar
Yeah,
instructor.
yeah. So,
And it's not even necessarily financial because, people who don't have financial issues sometimes come into hardships.
Yeah.
So it's not like we ask for financials. We just ask to make sure that the child that comes genuinely wants to do what they're coming to do.
yes, and it's not the parents. It's like,
No.
go do this, and they're like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
passion for them.
Yes.
That's a hard thing as a parent,
Yeah.
because you think you've got to.
But encouragement is always good too. Even
Yeah.
if they don't think that they're interested,
Yes.
sometimes mamas just know. Mm-hmm. So
And,
then
and
when
that
they come.
you bet, and that encouragement, I really wish they had spent more time making me sit down at the piano. I had an incredible piano teacher as a kid, and they couldn't make me sit still.
Piano teachers are scary sometimes though.
Oh, my Aunt Ruby, she was fabulous.
She was fabulous?
Wonderful. Oh, just
It's
a
funny.
dear, sweet
Most of the
person.
times when you hear something about piano lessons years ago,
Yeah.
they had like the honey bun hair and the pointy glasses
Well, she
and a
did.
ruler.
She did, but she was sweet
Really?
sweet person.
So you
And
didn't
then-
get smacked with the ruler.
oh no,
Well, maybe
no,
you
no,
were
no.
more well-behaved.
Yeah, she was my aunt. I mean, she was my aunt too. So, and she played at church, and she was just a brilliant musician. And then as far as my guitar teacher, it was Stephen Curtis Chapman's dad. And I even took lessons. I had a couple of lessons from Stephen, and I still can't play. I mean, I play, but not very well. So anyway, so it's one of those things. And I digress, but I'm saying that as a kid, I kind of wish my parents had been like, do it, because I really wanted to do it. I just didn't have the discipline to make myself do it. And so I wish I'd had a little more.
No, you needed the ruler.
I kind of did. I needed somebody to be more of a disciplinarian with me. Go, you really are going to want this. I truly joke around when I talk about my testimony. I said, I really don't think my dad really wanted me to pursue instruments any more than he had to, then he didn't want to discourage me if I said, how can I take that? But I don't think he really wanted me on that avenue, because he's afraid I'd end up in the honky tonks. And he's probably right. So I'm just saying, but nonetheless, I digress again, talking with Laci Beau with Willow Oak, and we're talking about all things art. She's here to promote the Art Fest. Thank you, United Way, Brian and Tiffany, for letting you have this slot, because they're normally in here
Oh, yeah,
every
thank
week.
you.
And I called him and I said, Laci really needs a slot, because we've got the fest coming up this weekend, and we want to make sure everybody knows about it. Just like last weekend, the farmers market opened up, and I had not had anybody in to say, hey, the farmers market's open. So I got Trent in here on Monday. These things that are coming up, that we got to make sure we hit. Just like I've got to reach out to Barbara with the foreign exchange student program, because we've got some deadline stuff coming up. So just you got to stay on me, guys, because I stay so busy with school. But I appreciate the flexibility with United Way to offer that slot in to remind you about the Art Fest, because we get so busy with everything and it'll slip your mind and you'll be like, oh yeah, that was Saturday.
Right.
It's this Saturday, guys. You got time to work it into your calendar. Make sure you get your kiddos out there. Maybe if you only just have a few minutes just to come by and just let them. I mean, you're in danger if you come by and you're like, I've only got 30 minutes. It'll be 2 hours later. You'll be like, oh,
right.
You get sucked in.
And that's really what we have all day is people that just stop in.
Yeah.
And they'll do the art projects. They'll shop. They'll watch a couple of the performances.
Mm-hmm.
We will have Rubio's Kitchen serving.
Who was that again?
Rubio's Kitchen. They're Italian. They're Italian.
Say that one more time. You're saying it.
Rubio. R-U-B-I-O.
Rubio's Kitchen. I was like, what are you saying there?
I hadn't heard of them either. Martha found them. And Martha.
Rubio's Kitchen.
Yep. Rubio's Kitchen. So we're excited to meet them. I think it's authentic Italian food.
Fun.
Yeah. And then we've got a couple out of Nashville. The McCords. It's vegan, but it's more of a fancy vegan. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have wraps and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's always nice to have a healthy option.
Oh, yes.
And then my mother-in-law, she's going to come with some sandwiches, some hot dogs, some chips.
Okay.
Some more of the snack food type stuff.
Okay.
You'll have options to eat and drink while you're there.
I love it. Yeah, it's always just such a great time. So and those things you will buy, of course. You get in the door for free, but those things from the vendors, of course, are there's a charge for that stuff. And just want to encourage you to come out and be a part of it. A few minutes or a few hours, whatever you've got on Saturday, you can make this one of your stops. I know there's a lot going on, but make this one of your stops and get out to the center and anticipate having this spill out into the street next year. I love that idea.
I'm so excited.
So much fun.
I'm so excited about that.
All right. So we've got the camps. They got the STEM camp that's still got some openings for you if you want to be a part of that. How do they get in touch with you if they want to find out about the programs?
You can visit us on Facebook, Instagram, all of our social medias, even on YouTube. Our hashtag or our hashtag is Willow Oak Arts. Mm-hmm. So you can search us anywhere there. You can visit us online at www.willowoakarts.org, or you can give us a call. We're open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. We answer all the questions you have.
Mm-hmm. Very good. It's just something for everybody, no matter what you want to do. The photography class, I think, just passed, didn't it?
It did.
Well, see, it was during the week.
Of fun.
It was during the week, and there was no way I could be there. Because if it had been a Saturday, I was going to try to make it. Because with me bringing on, I'm really immersing myself in becoming a for-hire photographer, and we're turning our place, instead of going venue, we're going photography, and we're turning our barn into a photo studio.
That's awesome.
And I can't wait to see how it's going to turn. I mean, I've got all kinds of ideas. The lighting's the big issue. I tried to do some photos in there this Christmas, and the lighting was just terrible. So I've got to learn lighting for interior.
Put you some ceiling windows. Like some, what do you call the windows that are on the coffee farm?
Oh, sunlights.
Yeah, sunlight's in there.
Oh, really?
That's all you need is some natural lighting.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know how my husband's going to fill that out cutting holes in his
I might have
roof.
just got in trouble.
Do what?
I might have just got in trouble.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's like, he was a roofing contractor for 20 years, and skylight.
Yeah,
Skylights, sunlights, but they have those little, we actually have those, our dairy barn. People don't realize, when we bought our place, we bought it to office our roofing company. Mm-hmm. We needed office space, and we didn't want to have a storefront because we didn't need one.
Right.
And so we took a dairy farm. Our dairy barn is an office building. People don't realize it's a finished office building.
That's awesome.
And so that's where we had all the secretaries and accountants, all that. There's bathrooms in there. It's just, so that's one of the reasons we thought we could do a venue, but that will, become part of what we're doing with photography. But the barn was a warehouse. And, so it's just the barn still. So we're just trying to repurpose it. But here's where I'm going with this. The dairy barn, he did put skylights in the top of the barn because he wanted that natural light. So he's not opposed to it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's
just
a
natural
great
lighting
idea.
is a game changer for photography.
Okay. Yeah, because there's none in the barn. I mean, it's pretty dank.
Yeah.
And so that's a great idea. I like that because I'm just thinking about all the unique things we can do in there and all the different sets. And you were talking about having all these different backdrops
Yeah,
at the
you'll have
Art
to come
Fest.
see because we've got 3 pretty awesome backdrops that you might want to see. They're stands, but they're universal stands, so you can create boxes. They're 30 foot long. I got one that's got depth, so it's got 3 different bars on it where you can hang things from it. And we got these as photo booths for families at events, but also so we can take them to outreach events. So we can use them at Friday night markets, things like that. And people will have photo opportunities, or people who are sponsoring these events, they're welcome to use them as well for their step and repeat banners or anything else they might want to use.
I love that. Okay, I'll come take a look at those because I'm just looking for ideas. I want to use the natural woods and stuff of the barn though too. I don't want to lose the barn look.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
not.
so I don't want to be.
You don't want to hang a banner, but
Yeah.
you can hang like so say you did what do they call them, the smash cakes for the
For the
birthdays
kiddos,
or
yeah.
families and stuff. But then you can hang whatever the theme is. You can hang things from fishing line. The fishing line will be invisible, and then you've just got that depth and that extra character to your backdrop.
I love that. You're so good. I need to go take some photography classes at Willow Oak, don't you
We
think?
need some creative photography. I think that your son can help you with the mechanics, but the creative
Yeah.
side of it is where I think is fun. So light painting is huge. Now there's light painting photo booths.
Oh, he's good at that. I've shown you
stuff
some of
like
my son has got. Oh, have you seen the light painting that he did before they took? You know where the down on by the fairgrounds, where they had the big building they took down, and it was an old building, and then they put up the reservoir or the big tank.
No.
And they took that building down. Oh, wait until you see this picture.
You'll have to show
It's
me.
so cool. And it's a history picture because
Yeah.
it's that building and it's just super cool. And we would go out when he was in high school, we would go out in the middle of the night to caves. I've got one in a cave that he did that I'm in this field. And at the time it was our neighbors and he, gave us permissions, but I don't know who owns it now because he's passed. But yeah, we were in a cave and he was doing this stuff and it's just like, it's cool. Cool stuff.
that's
But yeah,
very
he's
cool.
into all
That's
that.
very cool.
He's into all that kind of stuff. But Laci Beau's in the house. We're talking the arts, and Art Fest is this weekend at the center. It is free. Go and be a part of it. What are the hours again, sis?
10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're encouraging families with littles, the young, to come from 10 to 1 because Sam the Blue Man will be there from 10 to 1. The face painting and all of that is happening early. We don't want you to miss that. But the art projects and the performances, the live dance, all of that is all day long.
Awesome. It's going to be a great day. You're going to want to be a part of this. It is so much fun. Be a part of everything we've got going on here in Springfield. Just a wonderful day going on Saturday. And if you are looking for a great connection when it comes to internet, if you're a Cumberland Electric customer, guys, guess what? You know this by now. They're one of our full-time sponsors, Cumberland Connect. So excited to have them on board here at One Street Over. If you're a Cumberland Electric customer, they're going to be knocking on your door. That you may already have access and don't even realize it. They're probably about a year and a half away from having everybody have access. So you can call them at 1-800-987-2362, 1-800-987-2362, and just say, hey, are you in my neighborhood? Put in your zip code if you go to www.cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org. Put your zip code in, and you'll find out if they're in your neighborhood, and you can call them up, and you can get connectivity that's, you can get a gig for $80. I was paying $65 for terrible internet. I had a 3.5 upload speed. Now I have in the 600s. It's crazy. I'm getting ready to get an extender put in as well. So because we're going to be utilizing our barns in a bigger way. So I'm getting ready to have that done. You're going to love working with these guys. It's so exciting for our community because it's a utility now. And because it's a utility, they want to help folks that are struggling financially with an affordable connectivity program providing qualifying households with monthly credit to help pay for internet services. And if you're eligible, you could receive a credit of up to $30 per month toward broadband services. They have packages that start at $30 per month. Go figure. Talk to them today. Cumberland Connect, cumberlandconnect.org is how you can check in. And when you do reach out to them, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. And Laci, what are we missing? Anything that we need to finish up with before we wrap up our time together?
Stop by and see us. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We're happy to show you around, give you a tour. And if any local businesses with waiting rooms want a handful of schedules to share, we would love to give them to you.
So say that again.
We've got schedules that we print. You know, I've brought them in before. We have them printed in bulk right now. So we're just asking businesses if they'd like to share them at their places of employment.
You said their
grab
weight
some.
room. When you said weight
Waiting
room,
room.
I'm like, okay,
Like,
weights?
waiting room.
Waiting room.
Yes,
You're so
waiting
funny. You
room.
talk so fast. Sometimes I have to go
do.
slow. Well, I do too.
I do.
But it's like my ear will catch something. I'm like, okay, what did she say? So
Waiting room. So if your doctor's office,
waiting
dental-
room. Weight room.
Yes.
So you're so funny. Somebody's probably going, yeah, Laverne, somebody needs to have you repeat yourself half the time too.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, because I don't catch it when it comes out of my
I get
mouth.
told to slow down twice a day.
Me too.
Every day.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Me too. Laci Beau, my sweet friend from Willow Oak. Tell me that I said hey.
I definitely will.
And look forward to seeing y'all soon.
Y'all
and
have a good day.
thank you guys for joining us here for One Street Over. I believe Bill Jones is going to join us tomorrow. I'm not sure. I never really got a solid yes from that, but I'll see you later, Lacey. God bless you. And I'm going to try to have Bill Jones in here tomorrow to join us for One Street Over for the Faith Friday segment. Oh, and guess what? Sheriff Van Dyke's going to be here Monday. I heard from Jessica, and so Sheriff Van Dyke's checking in with us on Monday. You want to be sure and be a part of that as well. Of course, Caleb Stratton will be here as well on One Street Over. This is 1100 WSGI. Have a great weekend. Go to church somewhere, y'all. Find a community of faith to be a part of. God bless.